Hello and welcome to my 2025 Chesapeake Cup match video. I am mauserdude. The Chesapeake Cup is a level 3 IDPA specialty match held here at Sanders Lake. Essentially it has everything but carry optics, so it was all iron-sighted divisions. I was shooting my Glock 19 in CCP and I was shooting in Expert. And this is a picture of the equipment I was using. I upgraded to Blade Tech Total Eclipse 2.0 mag pouches this year. The cheaper ones I've been using for years. I kept pulling two mags at once because they were a one-piece double mag pouch. So this allows me to separate them and keep things straight. And I also upgraded to a signature outside the waistband holster. I started on stage 3. This is a kind of standard scenario stage, but it has a max trap on the left to begin with, and some of the presentations of this match were extremely tight, and this is one of them.
Are you ready?
You don't get long to shoot the target, so you got to drop the steel, shoot the right one, and then left one. It takes me 2 shots, and you get just a quick presentation. Then you got to slice the pie, come around the corners here. And I got to get better about dropping my gun, getting my gun up as you hit the position. And I've been working my grip this year, so the multi-shot strings should be going a little better. This stage was a pretty good start. I came in 25th. I was just down 1, so probably moving a little too slow. Then I was off to stage 4. Stage 4 had some kind of crazy start. There was essentially like a dead man's trigger you're holding down with your foot.
Are you ready? Ready.
So you could control when a bunch of no-shoot movers started moving, and it's kind of, while you're the first 3 targets you're engaging, your foot you don't have to hold it down, but it's easier, makes it a little easier later on. So you engage these 3 targets, and meanwhile my right foot is holding down the thing. You got knocked down the thing, and then all these no shoots pop up, and of course I clipped one of the no shoots right there, so, and didn't time my reload right there. And then there's another mover over there activated by a laser. So this stage did not go well. It's third worst of the day. 27-23 total time, 3 down 3, and hit a no shoot. So it came in 33rd place. Then it was off to stage 5. There was a prop car, and it was really slicing the pie. And there was a different type of clamshell.
Are you ready?
I think it was a clamshell on this stage, and you'll see that in a second. Oh, this is up and over. So yeah, not a clamshell, up and over. This had a little wrinkle. You had to shoot those 2. You could do them from a distance, and another window to knock down, and just slice the pie, come around the corner. Here I'm starting to get warmed up, and I came in 21st. I was just down 4 on that one, so this was a much better performance.
Holster. Range is clear.
And the next couple of stages go pretty well for me. I was off to stage 6. Stage 6 was kind of a speed stage, because the clamshell in this one, you really had to time it exactly right, or you missed it. It is just crazy. I kind of wish I was working this stage next day to see how everybody else did it, because we had a couple people completely miss it on our squad. So,
are you ready? Ready. Stand
let's
by.
see, it's an uprange start, so you turn around, engage these close ones. You back up and you break a laser. I'm doing a mag change, and then that's the presentation you get. You had to time it just right, and then there's a popper out and back kind of target. This stage is one of my best of the day. I came in 17th. You can tell I ran through it pretty good. I was down 4, just down a couple here and there on the stage. Then it was off to stage 7, and this was my best stage of the day. It was we kind of started in a deep hallway and engaged a bunch of targets and rolled around. I ran through it pretty quick, but I'm using a new camera. My GoPro finally gave up the ghost after 6 or 7 years, so this is the camera I was using, and of course I recorded about 12 minutes of me walking around between stages 6 and 7, so that was just great. But otherwise it did pretty well. It didn't overheat, and transfer was pretty easy. So stage 8 was next stage, but that was actually removed from the match. they had some problem with the sound activated part of it, so they just threw it out. So then it was off to stage 9. This is the standard stage for the match, and it was two strings, and all the mags were loaded to 6. And the first string was engage all the targets, slicing the pie with 2 rounds each. So you engage 2 rounds each. Then you do a reload. Reload went pretty smooth. 2 rounds. And then the second string, you reset everything. And the smart move for this was to reset everything and put your gun back in and swap your mag, so you have a spare six rounder just in case something goes wrong. I worked the stage the next day, and a couple people had problems with that. And then the next string was the same thing, but a single headshot. Oh, and this was also limited, so there were no makeup shots. Also a slicing pie the other way. This stage I did all right. I came in 28th. I was just down 2 on this, so accuracy was pretty good. That's usually the killer on this stage, is the headshot. So I made all the headshots. Stage 10 was my second worst stage of the day. Yeah, second worst stage of the day. And usually stage 10 at this match is pretty rough, because they get the biggest distance to work, and they usually come up with something devious, and this is exactly what happened. There's actually 2 movers on this stage. So you slice the pie going around here, and there's a really far target there, and then a steal, and then you took me 2 with a steal, and then there's an out and back. Then come over here, there's a very hard target there, and then they call it the frustrator, because you can program this to do whatever you want, and then engage last target. So a lot of people wasted a lot of time there. My raw time was pretty good on that, but I was down 7 points on that. Unfortunately, I think I dropped some on that frustrator. It was off to stage 1. Stage 1 was a pretty good stage for me. You could run through this. This one was quite funky, because it was strong hand only for all the shots, and it was just, it's hard to do everything strong hand only, and I was gaming my mag changes there, and I had another thing. Yeah, and then shoot the low target there. So this was a fast, quick stage. I managed to do that pretty quickly, and it was down 4. Then stage 2 was my last stage of the day, and at big matches, the last couple stages, you kind of are tired and you want to finish, and I think that's about what happened here, because it's my worst stage of the day. And this one was 2 to the body, 1 to the head for everything, and it was a table start. So you come over here, grab your mags, and it's 2 to the body, 1 to the head, and it's pretty exacting. And I believe I dropped a shot there into the black, so that was at least 5 of the points down, or no, maybe it was here. I dropped a headshot there. And meanwhile, this thing is clanking over, and you're trying to, and this is quite difficult too, that you have only a certain number of presentations to get that out and back and get 2 to the body, 1 to the head on it. So it was pretty tricky. Overall, I came in 43rd on that stage, which was not good. Overall, this match I did much better than I've done recently. 23rd out of 112 shooters, which was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. In CCP, I was 8th out of 20. That goes to the there were a lot of good shooters at this match, and I'm pretty happy. In CCP Expert, I came in 8th out of 9, which is not great, but like I said, there were a lot of good CCP shooters there. All those guys that came up in front of me did really well. And there you can see my score layout and all that stuff. And as always, thanks to Mike and Sanders Lake for putting on this match. They do a great job, and it's a lot of fun, and they get a pretty good crowd. And as always, thanks to Merrily, Gus, and Sprinkles for all their support. I couldn't do it without them, and it was tough being away from home for 2 days, shooting the match and working the match when it was such a beautiful pair of fall days. I'll see everybody next time. Later.